Hey guys, what's going on? So in this video we are going to be changing out the wastegate springs in our Turbosmart Gen 5 60mm wastegate. So right now the car currently has a 7-pound spring in it, but only making about 6 psi or so. So gonna pull that out of there, and kind of this video is just kind of a quick overview and showing that process. Sorry for the voiceover part. I had a bad audio background in the original content, so figure we do a little voiceover here, and we'll jump to it. So here we go. All right, so first step, obviously we gotta get the old spring out of the wastegate. So I've seen many different ways to do this. This is the way I like doing it, but I've seen guys use wood clamps and some other stuff. But the way I like to do it, grab your bench vise, throw a couple rags in there so you don't scratch it, and then just kind of gently snug it down in the bench vise. All you're doing is trying to keep pressure on that top cap out there on the wastegate. As you can see right here, I didn't have quite tight enough, so it's wanting to slide around on me, so snugged up a little more. Again, don't go crazy tight here, just snug it down. That'll allow you to grab your wrench that should have came with your wastegate. Definitely don't lose those. Those come in handy. Pop that locking collar there off, and then you'll be ready to I kind of keep it tight just a little bit to be able to hold it on there so I can remove it from the vise. Again, as you kind of release it from the vise, just kind of go slow. Make sure the cap doesn't go flying off there. Like, again, you do have a spring under there, so get that loose, get that pulled off there, set it on the bench, then kind of use your hand to release the locking collar the rest of the way. So from there, you got your old spring out, inspect, make sure your diaphragm's okay, and then move on to the next step. All right, so the next step is figuring out what combination of springs we want to run to achieve the target boost we're shooting for. Previously, our wastegate had the white 7-pound spring in there, and if you need a spring chart, so your wastegate either should have came with one, or whatever wastegate supplier you're running, you should be able to look that up online somewhere. So for this particular combo, again, we're going to target 10 psi on the gate, which will allow us to make about 20 psi with our current Mac valve configuration in the car. So what we're shooting for this one, we are going to run the white 7-pound spring on the middle section of the wastegate, and then we're going to add in the 3 psi raw spring on the inner run. So those combinations together should give us about a 10 psi gate pressure. So we're going to grab those springs real quick. I'll show you a picture of those setting in there, and then we will go again. All right, so on to the final step here of reassembly. So once you get your springs in there, these Turbosmarts have like a little groove kind of down the bottom that you'll see when you put the springs in to kind of keep them from sliding around. So that's nice. So as you're putting your top back on, just be careful not to, you're not pinching your diaphragm, you're going straight in, you're not cross-threading that locking collar. Kind of pretty easy to do, and I see that's kind of a common problem some people have. They'll pinch that diaphragm and then wonder why they got a boost leak or something along those lines. So again, push down with your hand. Once you get it kind of snugged with your hand, go back, grab your bench vise, get your rags back in there so you ain't scratching anything, and then put the wastegate there, and go ahead and use the vise to apply full pressure down on the top of the gate, and finish tightening up your locking collar. Don't go crazy tight on the locking collar. I have seen people just crazily over tighten those things, and they can be a bear to get back off if you ever need to. So again, snug it down pretty tight, and that is it for assembly. Put it back in the car, do a boost test, see what spring pressure you're making, and have fun. Thanks, guys.